Right, Minta, yo, we're back. Episode 100, yeah, 100 episodes, can you believe it? For the 100th episode, we have Epic Doom making a return. Point the right way. How you doing, Epic Doom?
Doing very well, thanks. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing good, man.
Having a good Sunday?
We have Viper making a return. He's doing here. How are you, Viper, sir? He's got a hole in the bottom of his chair. It's actually a jobby pan. Matty's making a return. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
No worries, man. So there's a bunch of topics this week, but I think we should basically go through like memories like over the past 100 episodes of the podcast. Like what was the funniest things, or like stupidest things, or daftest things, or like contentious moments. Like for me, the very first episode, we like fucked up and angered quite a few people, and people left the server and all that. It was a mess. But it just shows you how far we've got actually come. Do you know what I mean on the podcast? Aye. What about you guys? What was your favourite moment when you was been on the Scots podcast?
I never saw the first episode, but it sounds like a good one to go back and watch if people are leaving servers and stuff like that afterwards.
There was a few people, we offended a few people because we were talking about certain like ways to conduct yourself on Twitch, and we said this way was bad, this way was good. We shouldn't have said it. Do you know what I mean? And it offended a few people. Aye. Episode 1's hard to watch. The screen's so bad. Yaldi's invisible because he's wearing a green suit, but it's all shiny in that green screen. Oh man. You watch episode 1 and you watch like this one and you're like, holy shit, they have come a long way. They really have come a long way. But I like, what would you say your favourite moment of the podcast has been done when you've been on? Or
I can't really think of when I've been on, but watching Absolute Scottish type into his address bar was pretty funny.
Was that the podcast?
It was on the podcast, no.
Was it not?
No, it was Absolute
It was
Scottish's dad.
It was Dad's nipples.
It was his dad walking in with his nipples, his tap off. Just pure, walked right in, just pure nipples everywhere, man. And he's just like, Dad, I'm alive!
What episode was that?
Oh, I have no idea. Fuck, it's probably even in the last book. Where does the book that I'm using now goes back to episode 54, and it was probably way before that.
It was like episode 20 something.
It must have been way back in the beginning, aye. But aye, that was a moment and a half. What would you say is your favourite moment, Viper? Absolutely Scottish's dad.
Weirdly enough, one of my favourite moments, right, is when we were talking about Nolan North, and I asked my Echo, how many games is Nolan North winning? And she went, I can count over 42,000 games that Nolan North has been credited in.
We're all like, what? How is that even possible? How has there been enough time in this guy's life to have been in 42,000 video games?
Either that or when the Witcher series got announced and they were talking about who to play them, and I could play Geralt because I have a sword, and I still have that sword.
That was probably one of my favourite moments because he's coming back with the sword. He goes away, he's like, oh look, I could play Geralt, and he walks away, and I go to everybody else in the podcast, I'm like, see if he comes back and goes, look, I could play Geralt, I've got a sword. And he literally comes back, and that's word for word what he says, stands in his chair and goes, look, I could be Geralt, I've got a sword. And we all buckle, and he's like, what? Pure oblivious, man. Matty, do you have a favourite moment anything you can remember about the podcast that you enjoyed?
The first time I ever properly was on this podcast, the podcast was just about to start. It was just about to go live. I think it did actually go live. And at the bottom, it had GPL Matty. My name tag.
We got it right this time.
We did. But there's actually a giant standee of Keemstar, right, in our living room. And it has 100 million subscribers to GPL Matty written on it now because of that podcast.
Oh man. Oh, but there's so many moments. Like there's so many I could go through. Like the time where like He Who Shall Not Be Named was on the podcast, and we were just having such a laugh. Yaldi and that were they were taking the piss out of him, but he didn't realise, and then he eventually clicked on. Oh man, it was one of those moments where we all didn't know how to react. Do you know what I mean? And like, oh man, it was a moment of contention. We were all trying not to laugh. Oh man, like I think you all know who I'm talking about anyway. Thunder, this is a paintbrush. What is your obsession with paintbrush? But that's one of the moments for me. But probably my favourite moment of the podcast is one of the moments with this wee guy. I know it hadn't long got him. It's maybe episode 4 or 5 or something, like really early in the podcast. Don't think you'd even joined IndiScots Viper. Unless you do remember this, maybe it was a wee bit later. But I'd just got Thunder, and I was still using the puppy pads about the place and stuff. And
puppy jobby!
And he literally does a jobby on the pad, manages to get it on the pad, because he'd usually be doing it on the limited flaring right next to the pads, right? Manages to get it on the pad, and it was a solid jobby. So I was like, I picked the pad up, and I'm like that to the camera, look boys, his first solid jobby, and everyone's like that.
I think the best part about that whole bit though, right, is Truss is speaking really clearly. He's like, yep, I think it was about history as well. He's like, yes, facts. Oh, facts. The dog's just done a shite on the flare.
That's right, because I take like a couple of second pause to like put myself in the right mindset, because I'm trying to tell people about something, and then I'm like, he's just shat on the flare. Look, solid jobby.
Had to stop yourself mid-history wank.
Oh man, I don't think History Boner had been invented yet.
History Boner.
Don't think History Boner had been invented yet. I think that was by the first times I'd done it, and then I started doing it more often, and they all started getting annoyed. Do you know what I mean? Because not everybody enjoys history like me. Do you know what I mean?
There was a good while where me and Truss every episode would look at each other and go,
oh man. So what's everybody been up to then? Any projects in your channel? Any plans? Have you been doing in lockdown? Let's go to Epic Doom and ask you that question first.
I've been furloughed from work, so I've been just doing odds and ends around the house. We painted the fucking fence in the garden last week. That was enjoyable.
Try to keep yourself busy. There's so many people doing the same things. Man, my dad's the same. He's painted everything. He's painted his shed. He's painted the fence, front fence. Fucking like he's pure thinking about painting the gutters and all that. And all that. You're fucking 55, da. Do you know what I mean?
Chill out.
I don't care. I want red gutters.
Yeah. So apart from that, it's been playing games and just hanging out. Yeah.
What you been playing recently? Have you downloaded your GTA 5 copy for Epic Doom? No, Epic Doom. Epic Doom. You are Epic Store,
so I've had it since it came out on PC.
Right,
so.
fair enough.
Nothing new
That's
for
one
me.
of the wrong things. A lot of people already had it.
What is it? Literally like 5 years it came out on PC?
It's been out for a long time, because I played GTA 5 on PlayStation 3. That's how long it's been out.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matty, what about you? Plans for your channel? What you been up to? How you dealing with lockdown?
This and that. I mean, on the one hand, it's annoying. It's annoying being stuck indoors all the time, but it's not that bad. I need to I'm going to shoot myself, and then, you know. I've been working on quite a lot. I feel like I can't sing for shit or that for shit, but I'm going to bring it on EP just for the fun of it.
Return to the district.
Nearly finished my EP. I've been working on like a lot of like big video ideas for once the lockdown's over. So the second the lockdown's over, there's just this plethora of stuff to get done, you know. So that's what I'm looking forward to, mainly.
Nice. So you're writing your own songs?
Well, I'm stealing the tracks from online, but I'm actually writing the lyrics. Yeah.
Nice. So it's going to be like a parody GP.
Kind
The
of.
parody GLP.
Or EP, GP, GLP.
You could call it a GP.
A parody GP is someone pretending to be a doctor, Truss.
Oh yeah, I could be a doctor as well. Actually, that'd be the next thing I do. Sure. It's kind of comedy. It's comedy. Like you're not supposed to take them seriously. You know.
I like the idea of that. It's something I've wanted to do for a while. I do a lot of karaoke on my channel, man, and it's something that I do enjoy. I do enjoy sitting just singing daft songs. Do you know what I mean? Like it can be fun. But aye, Viper. What about you? Plans for your channel? What you working on? How have you been?
I've been I've gotten back to streaming recently through the lockdown. I've got a few things planned for IndiScots. Agreed with Fort Chronicles in the chat. Most of my time has been spent with the GG Bed Gang. Yes, okay, not that, but I've got some things planned out. We are planning me, Truss, Manny, Matty, and I've forgotten. It was me, you, Matty.
I can't remember the last one either. Didn't tell me.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this has done me an embarrass. Is it?
You'll remember later. Continue on.
I'll remember later. But we're planning to do a charity D&D stream where we'll be playing the Rick and Morty edition. It will be customized to be the IndiScots Rick and Morty edition, so you'll see some good references in there as well. Plan to do that for a charity that is undisclosed yet. Quick question for the chat. So we've not decided on a goal yet, how much we're going to set. Just how much would you be willing to pay to see one of the people in the cast wear a lolly maid outfit for the rest of the stream? How much would you be willing to pay?
The way he delivers that, a lolly maid outfit. Might as well just get it out. Do you know what I mean?
I've got a hot schoolgirl outfit. I don't know if that'll like what.
How much would
You're
you
supposed
pay?
to give that back.
How much would you pay to see Matty in a hot schoolgirl outfit?
Wait.
Wait, are we getting put forward to be... Well, I suppose Matty did just put himself forward. Oh, there you go. There you go. But it's you that's wearing the lolly maid outfit, Viper.
It was one of the ideas, yes, but I'm just wondering, how much would you guys be willing to pay to see a grown man wear a lolly outfit?
I think doing it as a group donation goal is a better idea than doing a one person. If a one person donates, say, 30 quid or something, it'd be much better today. It's when we reach 75 quid. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to ham. So
Or if you like hit the first goal, the first person dresses up. The second goal, second person.
we all do daft costumes. That's a banging idea. That, yes, that is a banging idea. And the chat can then we'll put polls in the chat each hanging where they can choose who's going to dress up.
But yeah, that's a good roll of dice. But yeah, someone can choose.
Roll of dice is because it's this guy. That works. That's a great idea. Yes, when we hit like say 25 quid, we roll a dice. When somebody turns their back, we pick numbers. Do you know what I mean? That's the number on the dice. You roll the dice. Fucking. Yes, that's a cracking idea. That's a much that can you work with that, Viper? I think that's a better idea.
I can work with that.
What about these, like, do you know how Japan have these really gay anime dances? We could all learn one of them as well and like perform one of them for a certain
I think if we're going to do that, we should just do the channel favourite or the channel like the one we always do and just do 5, 6, 7, 8 because that's heavy cheesy anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's easy enough today. It's no too complicated. 5, 6, 7, 8 if we're going to do a dance. That's the one that I always recommend. Because you could do the cha-cha slide, right? But everybody can do the cha-cha slide and knows it. And the song tells you as it's singing it. 5, 6, 7, 8 is cheesy enough and you can get it rang and stuff like that. It's a good laugh.
Either that, right? Or caramel dancing. We could always all do caramel dancing.
What's caramel dancing?
I've never heard that before.
No, neither have I.
I'm the only one that remembers caramel dancing. Hold on.
Is that where you pure cover yourself in caramel and just dance? Because you're
I've
got loads of caramel enough to cover myself in.
And it came up straight away.
Oh, did it?
Hold on. Wait. Where is it?
I'm going to Google it then. Hold on.
How's that with that? I've seen that before. I didn't know what it was.
That one. I can't hear that song without thinking like of the misheard lyrics of "Look, Harry had a vagina malfunction."
So this is what you're talking about? Aye, that's exactly what you were just playing there.
I've never heard of this, but I want to do it.
Have you never heard the cat? I'm surprised you haven't. Here's the dance.
I'm not actually a we
Need to turn that off because Eddie's in chat. That's explicit material when Eddie's in chat.
Get the proper version.
No, Eddie's in chat. It's explicit material. But that's a good idea. Rolling the dice.
There, Truss.
I mean, like I could easily get a fucking outfit for Triss.
Truss, that's a lovely screen we're looking at.
Oh shit! So excellent. What is going on? Right, there we go. I pressed the rang button again. Mint it. We're back. Hey, hi. Doing a Yaldi. That's what Yaldi was doing last night as well. He kept pressing the rang button. I fat fingered it. Right, it was a mistake. Shut it. But any ideas for any donation incentives in chat, man, for Viper's
and trust me, it'll be funny. This I don't even I don't make promises like this, but I promise you, this stream will be fucking hilarious. I can assure you that this stream will be fucking hilarious.
We make it that if anybody rolls snake eyes, they have to attempt to down a hot dog.
Yes. The hot dog will never die.
The hot dog on charity streams, man. It's so funny, man. Have you ever seen the hot dog challenge, Matty, that we do?
I've never seen you guys do. Is that where you've got to swallow a hot dog whole?
Yeah. There's only one person.
The last one, Kyle almost did it last time.
Kyle almost did
and he almost died as well.
Then he became a washing machine. See when he was doing it, he's doing this. Try to shake it down his throat, man.
There's only one person that managed to do it, and it was Darkcast.
Darkcast, he surprised everybody, man. Just goes like this. And it was gone, man. We're like, what? How did you do that? But he could easily be a sword swallower. Do you know what I mean? Or one of those fucking cunts that eats the fire and all that. Do you know what I mean? That's because some people have got that ability to just open their throat. One of my mates.
The fire eating's different. The fire eating isn't swallowing. The fire eating's just putting your mouth around it, and then it burns up all the oxygen in your mouth. And
right, aye. Well, you've seen those guys in the pub, haven't you? And they get a pint and they just go like that, and the full thing's gone, and they're like that, talking to you as if they just took a sip of a pint, and you're like, where did that pint go? Do you know what I mean? I had a mate like that when we were growing up. It's as if they've just poured it out, but they've just poured it into their stomach. There is nothing in between. Man, aye, Darkcast, he could easily do that, man. But me, I've got a gag reflex. So as soon as the hot dog hits the throat, man, pop up pirate. But aye, I like the ideas. We're doing our characters soon, aren't we? We're going to do them live. Should we do the character creation live? So people can get a wee bit of an insight into what's happening?
Oh, I mean, we could, aye.
I think that's a good idea. Dating community night or something like that.
What are the rules for the characters? Not going out to lines with certain aspects and that?
Everyone will play a different class and everyone will play a different race, more just to make it interesting. They're throwaway characters. You don't have to go too in depth with them. It's just more just for something you guys to have fun with. I'll keep you right through most of it, so it should be all right.
Rick and Morty should be good though, because Rick and Morty's brilliant, so it should be good. And you said you've got to tweak it a bit as well, didn't you?
So just to make sure it's not straight Rick and Morty, I might change things. So if there's a direct Rick and Morty reference, I might change it to. For example, let's say if there's a room with Mr. Meeseeks in it, I might change it to a room of Yaldi times. That was or a room of just people drawing everywhere. Just I'll change things so it's references to IndiScots.
The wet room. Soft, just full of wetties.
Because
Beverage and that in there.
there is a room that is will be referencing the coronavirus in like a funny way.
Ooh. Is it early? Is it time to make jokes about coronavirus? Is it?
I think so. How else are we supposed to get through these times without
Suppose.
making jokes about the coronavirus?
Suppose you're right. I suppose.
If put it this way, right, we live in a time, right, where the former president of America has inspired the youth to go and learn and do what they can for their community, where the actual president of the United States has retweeted a pirated video of Independence Day with his face photoshopped over the president's face. I wish I was lying.
That's why I love
I
him.
wish I was lying.
That's why he's the best. He's an idiot.
Oh man.
I will say though, there was a video that came up on my newsfeed a couple of days ago, and it was fucking Boris Johnson, right?
Build this wet work.
We built this network. But there was a video of Boris Johnson. He's like, someone has asked what shampoo I use. Well, I'm not entirely sure what I use. I use it for my head and my body, but it's blue. I know it's blue. And I'm like, you run this fucking country, and you don't even know what fucking shampoo
But they're
you
not
use?
allowed to say what fucking brand it is. Do you know what I mean? I get your point. Boris is an idiot, right? But like they're not allowed to say. He chose blue because blue's conservative. That's the only reason he chose blue. There's no even. I bet you the shampoo he uses isn't even blue.
He gave it away his fucking Head and Shoulders.
Everyone knows, yeah.
I don't know what shampoo I use. I just buy one for the shops that's cheap. Like, I couldn't tell that's what the man does.
Me too, to be honest, man. Like, I've been fucking like, you get so many Links Africa gifts at Christmas at my age.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That you never have to buy any like shampoo or that. You're just like going through the 25 bottles of Links Africa you've got.
Yeah. I've never in my life had to buy aftershave.
I know, man. Me neither.
Nah,
Me neither. You always get it as a present. Never had to buy it, but I have bought it a few times when I've been on holiday and stuff.
Have you seen the trailer for the Space Force that just got came out?
There's a trailer.
Yeah, there's an actual trailer. It's actually like, I know like you could.
Was it a movie?
Just a little. No, the American Space Force. It's like.
They're releasing a trailer for the American Space Force.
No, you know how I was born in the Navy, like adverts and stuff like that. So,
Like a recruitment thing.
Yeah, recruitment trailer, whatever. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. Like it's good though. It's a good trailer. But then you remember that these are soldiers going to space, and you're like, oh, yeah.
I suppose I would call it a trailer, maybe an advert, recruitment advert. Links Africa is banging. Do any of you remember Links Atlantis before they done away with it? That was always my favourite, man. And then they fucking just done away with it. It's never come back, man. Just like Africa's good, aye, but bring back some of the older ones, some of the good ones, man. Because they done away with so many. When about fucking 10 years ago, they done away with a lot of them. Links Fever, Instinct. Is that two of the other ones they done away with, Manny son? It might be. But aye, we should move on to another subject. Viper, you were wanting to talk about Tony Hawk's, weren't you?
Yes.
So
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is getting remastered, and I'm a very happy boy.
Hell yes. Me too.
When's it coming out? It's coming out September, ain't it? Something about September.
September
other
4th, I
game.
think it is.
Why do they all come out in September? It's almost like they're going like, oh look, lockdown will be over. Let's extend it for another 3 weeks. Like, actually, that's, you know what? Why didn't they just see if they just released all these video games at the start of lockdown? See, people who are breaking none of that would have happened because they would all be inside. Like Netflix tried, they gave us season 4 of, the season 4 of Last Kingdom, right? Like somewhat like XCOM tried, they gave you that game, right?
But they were all planned for this time. Do you know what I mean? That was just lucky that they fell during the coronavirus. XCOM gave us that game not because coronavirus, but because it was the 25th anniversary of XCOM.
But also, they realised, people are inside.
I mean, they got
But, like,
lucky with that and
I'm sure a
released
lot
it
of
at
stuff
half
got
price.
pushed forward as much as they could.
put it this way, right? See in September when this game releases, right? You'll notice a slight dip in coronavirus cases because nobody will be inside.
How much more money do you think New Horizons made because of the lockdown? I reckon they doubled their profits. It's insane how much copies that game got sold.
Aye. But the gaming industry is one of the industries that's actually benefiting from this. Do you know what I mean? People have got more time to be in the house and play video games. Do you know what I mean? Again, there's probably things like Amazon Prime, Netflix. There, all the subscriptions will probably be up for the past few months. Do you know what I mean? Some industries are doing well, but it's the ones where you actually the manual labour industries. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones that are hurting because nobody's in factories and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So.
Well, was it Elon Musk has been fighting to open the Tesla factories again?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I noticed the football started back recently as well. What do you think about that?
I don't know if it's empty stadiums, I'm okay with it. But
Yeah, I'm not going to any major event. I was supposed to be going to Formula 1 at Silverstone, but I think I'm going to can that because they're still going to do it behind closed doors.
Just watching the telly, man.
But
Fuck it.
I was going to be working at it. That was the thing.
I mean, like, I suppose if they're going to do closed stadiums, that's all right. But at the same time, I don't think we should be putting these footballers at risk just because cunts are bored.
I think they'll be tested before every match, though.
I know, but there's still a chance they're going to catch it. Do you know what I mean? They're out and about. You don't know what fucking pigeon shat on the park. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's so many different things that can carry the virus about, and having these guys out running about and being in contact with other people, especially that sweaty contact that transmits viruses. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think we should be putting them at risk. I really don't, just because some people are bored. Do you know what I mean?
WWE.
What about WWE?
Just saying.
Well, them as well. Aye, that's true. They didn't stop at all. Do you know what I mean? They just kept going.
Neither did AEW, and you're just like, we can do without wrestling.
I know. But these guys are just worried about the profits, do you know what I mean? And like that's what I mean. Like everybody, like how come it's always the people that don't have a lot that have got to sacrifice in times like this. Do you know what I mean? It's like see those.
Yeah, so some billionaire keeps his 1%.
Yeah, like so he can keep his profit line in that. Do you know what I mean? You're like, no.
Well, exactly. Yeah, the WWE done that exactly as well. They released so many members of talent just because they think, we can't afford it. Vince McMahon, you're a multi-billionaire, and you can't afford these people's bills. Fuck off.
But Vince McMahon's one of the guys that only spends money to make money. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's most rich people. Do you know what I mean? That is most rich people. But that's like, I don't think it's quite fair now with stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? There's like, the footballers are paid really well, but at the same time, do you know what I mean? We should be putting them at risk because they're obliged to still get paid anyway if they're sitting at home. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just
I mean, the fact that it's possible to pay them that money shows you how much money the teams and the corporations around it make.
Aye. Mm-hmm. Like the profit margins in football are so massive now. Think about the price of a ticket. Do you know what I mean? You go to see Rangers or Celtic. They're big Scottish clubs, but that's it. They're not. Did you know what I mean? They can't compete in the big European stage and that. Tickets £35, £40 for a match on a Saturday. Do you know what I mean? You're like, for 90 minutes of football, you want £40 off me, and then you want to
£50 for a pie inside and fucking £4.50.
Fleece me for a pie and all that, exactly. Do you know what I mean? When I could go buy New Horizons for £40 and get well more hours out it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, the SPL have been doing some quite. Oh no, it's not called SPL, it's SPFL now or something, isn't it?
I can't remember. I've not really followed football for a while.
They've been like online games. What? Oh, right.
Talking shit.
Yeah. But there was they've been doing like the I think with FIFA, they've just been playing games like that. It's kind of interesting how esports has handled this whole thing.
But esports is fine because you don't have to have people in contact with each other. You can obey the 2 meter rule at all times. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've actually noticed Formula One drivers have started streaming on Twitch as well. Like they've all got like mega setups for like simulators and stuff built in their house. And
that
like,
makes
Wasn't
sense.
there a big NASCAR event
into
that
it.
happened? I heard there was a big NASCAR event that happened.
I'm not sure.
Like via Twitch, it was like online NASCAR in it. Like it was like a 500 lap race, and it was actual NASCAR drivers.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Well,
a good few games that
thing,
simulate it well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of cool to see what people have shown up on Twitch.
there's a lot of different people showing up on Twitch.
O.J. Simpson started a TikTok. Because it's amazing. It's great.
Could you imagine that? I'm O.J. Simpson. Killed my wife with a knife. I'm going to look this up now. I'm going to look this up now.
OJ26 Simpson, I'm pretty sure. all the comments are like, "Bro, you're killing it," and and stuff like that. It's great.
Oh man.
OJ32 Simpson, 36k followers. Bored in the house, so I'm gonna kill my wife. Bored in the house, so I'm gonna kill my wife. No one followed. He's not following anybody. That's the best part. So his For You page is just him. That's great.
Oh man,
I love it.
but we kind of glossed over Tony Hawk's, didn't we? What's
Yes,
coming with the new Tony Hawk's and stuff? Let's go back to Tony
So-
Hawk's, right? So according to a press release, the complete roster of original pro talent is showing up. So that's good news. However, developer Vicarious Visions says that a small handful of the original songs didn't make it in, according to Polygon. That's pretty typical with remasters of 20-year-old games. Aside from the redone graphics, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 will include upgraded Create a Park and Create a Skater tools, a way to share custom parks online in both local and online multiplayers.
I forgot about the park builder. That was awesome.
Aye. The 2-game collection will sell for $40 when it releases on September 4th, though the announcement doesn't say it's exclusive to the Epic Store and PC. It's the only PC store mentioned, so it is probably for now. Aye, so Epic Store again by the looks of it.
I can't wait. Because I've also heard a rumour that Jack Black is going to be a playable character. They're going to put Jack Black in the game. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I remember they used to have like Spider-Man and stuff for them as well.
Yeah, they used to have Spider-Man and all that. Like, man, the Tony Hawk games were just so good.
They were
Like,
so good.
I saw a thing that when that game got announced, the listens for Superman by Goldfinger went up.
But I don't think I'm going to get as much enjoyment out of it as I did the first time, though.
Oh, definitely not, because I'm not 7 years old anymore. But, oh god, I'm still going to have some fun with it.
Aye.
Yeah, I'll definitely get it as well.
I'll probably get it. I'll wait and then go on sale, man. I'm not going to pay the full fucking price for a fucking.
Have you got the clip for the trailer? It looks pretty decent, actually.
I've got the trailers here. Hold on, I'll go back to it.
I did not just like re-upload the level and like update the graphics. They've added a lot more stuff to it. Like a lot more detail.
They've aged them all as well. Cool thing, right? Trust, if you go back to the very start and you see the deck, see that skateboard deck?
We'll watch the full thing first. The graphics do look good, but they just look kind of standard for modern day. That's old footage. Right, okay. That's the classic level. That's the one I remember the most. That is cool. It's good that it's got to be multiplayer in that though as well, ain't it?
Well, the multiplayer for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 didn't work at all, so hopefully they've fixed it.
Oh, they've definitely fixed it.
they fuck this up, they're going to piss off a lot of people.
They pissed off a lot of people to not post Gear 5.
Video game companies pissing off their fans is quite common now, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like we can't be pleased in here.
Would you want me to have a look at?
Right, at the very start, right, there's see that deck? The pattern on the skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
So, game exclusive, collector's edition, £95, you get a copy of the game and that skateboard deck. I might chill out for it.
it's very
To be fair,
cosmetic.
To be fair, a deck would be like 60 quid anyway.
Mm-hmm. There was also a cool.
Oh, did you
little
get the
Easter-
actual deck in real life? Is that what you mean?
You get an actual, no wheels, but the actual skateboard.
Ah, right. I thought you meant like you get it in game, and I'm like, nah, that sounds awfully cosmetic, kind of shite.
No. Like, you get it like a real skateboard deck.
That does sound good. I'm not a skateboarder, but so not going to get
There's
it.
also a little Easter egg in that I noticed. It's kind of at the very end of the trailer, it shows that really big trick that Tony does. That's actually Tony's 900 that he done.
It's the 900. Aye. He
Fun
done that
fact
not
about
long
that.
ago, didn't he?
No, fun fact about that. That trick just got beaten.
Oh yeah, I read that actually.
Yep. So somebody has done, I think it's a 1080 or something bit bigger than a 1080. And the reason that everyone's hyped up is that Tony Hawk's trick just got beat by an 11-year-old kid.
Tony Hawk's will be fucking happy with that though.
Oh, Tony was buzzing. He was like, no fucking way. Like,
He's the kind of guy that'd greet that with fucking. Do you know what I mean? He'd love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
1080
Thank you, Manny.
3 complete turns. Yes, it is.
Thank you, Manny, by the for the translation of 1080. 3 complete turns.
Troll didn't get silenced, but the bot Doom silenced him.
Be unsilenced in 3 minutes.
Whacked him with my big sword.
Whacked him with a big sword. Don't put the words gay in the chat.
See-
Come on. We know better than
See,
that.
ever seen Epic?
It was for the racism that I was talking about, to be honest.
Oh,
But
was
never
it?
mind.
I didn't
Oh,
notice it,
right,
but
okay.
aye. Nice.
Yeah,
Right,
I never
I'm
noticed it until 5 minutes after you said it.
I'm in mod chat and I read that as chocolate cake. That's why I just ignored it.
Bad troll.
No wait, no, that isn't racist. They actually had an advert with a chocolate man.
Yeah.
They did. That wasn't racist. They actually had it was what was it? It was, you know when they bring out Link's chocolate.
Yes.
Basically,
No.
a guy. They bring out Link's chocolate. It was it was weird. It smelled alright. It wasn't too bad.
Oh,
But like,
I saw the text and it was like, fucking ban.
But like, basically, the guy and he puts on the deodorant and then he comes up and he's made of chocolate. And you see these women going about like licking him and like biting his arse and like nicking his arm.
That either.
Do you not remember? Hold on, I need to find this.
No, yeah, it rings a bell now that you're bringing it up.
It wouldn't be allowed today, you know.
The gay thing is actually my fault because I called him Troll gay. I didn't realise that was that.
No, it wasn't for that. It was because he said chocolate man, and I thought he was being a racist dick.
No.
It was an actual man made of chocolate.
To be fair, even if that was like, he was
It's a bit creepy when you look at it. Like,
Oh my
Yeah, no,
god.
it's like
Oh my god. So it is.
Oh, fuck.
it's a bit with the nose. He just breaks off his nose and just starts sprinkling it over fucking Cornetto.
Is that Zoe Deschanel at the start? The first bird that he walks past.
Was it actually Zoe Deschanel?
I don't know, it looks like it.
Could you imagine this advert today?
No chance.
Good advertise.
He gets his arm ripped off at the end.
I think you owe an apology to someone.
No
Sorry.
apologies, no surrender.
You're into the dark side of the force.
Sorry, you'll be allowed to talk in fucking a couple of minutes again. It's fine.
Yeah, I just timed him out. I don't know how long.
Are you
for.
sure? Are you sure by that time his kid might be born?
There he goes.
Like,
back.
we might not see him anymore. Like,
Retribution is yours, troll. It is yours. Oh
But
man, I forgot all about that chocolate. I have seen that before. I have seen that a bit before. You should claim
we got-
compensation, Tro.
Dominator.
So Tony Hawk.
I know how many times, but we pretty much covered it. It's going to be good. It's a Tony Hawk game. Looks good. You're getting the 2 games in the pack. There's got to be online. Should be good. We'll play it in community and games night because enough people will get it and stuff like that. Aye, should be good. Should be fun. Hopefully we get a good amount of play out it. And hopefully it's on Steam nice and quick as well. On sale nice and quick. I mean, because that would be really nice. Do you know?
That would be nice.
That would be really nice. I would like that a lot. Other subjects for tonight. Has everybody claimed their GTA 5 copy on Epic?
I think everyone already owned it. That was the problem.
I think if you've already got it, you get like the $1 million or whatever for if you connect to your Epic account.
Oh really?
Oh, do you get a reward for it? Matty, if you've not done it yet, you can still claim it up to midnight tonight, dude. You've got a couple of hours to go claim that. It's the premium edition, so you're getting the DLCs and that or whatever else is coming out. I don't know, I've not played it, but do you know what I mean? They've released things over. It might be all the cosmetic stuff, but everything will be in the game. It's the full version. It's the up-to-date version, the one you would buy the new if you were buying GTA for the first time.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the fact they're still working on that game.
I find it a bit boring. I don't know if that's because I've played it for so long, if you know what I mean. But I stopped playing it years ago. Whenever I try and get back into it, I just can't.
I'm on the same boat as you. I'm on the same boat. I completely understand that. Like when GTA 5 came out, I played it on PlayStation 3, played it and stuff like that, and then we went on to play online. But see, when we were playing online, there wasn't really much to do apart from just try and troll your pals and see that way. Like, it felt like you'd done it before in all the other GTA games. Do you know what I mean? It kind of felt kind of bland to me. I don't know. Like, it's a really good game. It's an 8 out of 10 game for me, but it's not a 10 out of 10 game. Do you know what I mean? It's just another good GTA game. With that wee bit of innovation with the 3 characters, that was nice. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, I kind of just played it for the story. The online didn't really do anything for me particularly.
Have you seen what's going on in the online now though? There are massive gang wars between people in green morphs and people in purple morphs.
There's other role playing in that as well. Cunts cutting about as the police and all that, isn't there? There's loads of stuff happening in GTA. That's why I went and claimed it because I might play it. But it's got to take a fucking long time to fucking grind up to the amount of money and like, do you know what I mean? The level and all that. I don't know if I've got it in me to play through it again.
I agree with the chat. Saints Row 1 and 2 beat any GTA game ever made.
Oh, they were fantastic, yeah.
For me, it's Saints Row 3 and 4.
That's just sacrilegious.
Saints Row 3 and 4 were fucking amazing, man. They were just brilliant games. They were just amazing games. We were talking about that recently on the podcast as well, about how the opening for Saints Row 3 is absolutely spectacular. You're jumping through the plane, he grabs the woman, kills some people, goes out the back of the plane, opens the second parachute and he's holding the world. And then you've got the Saints Row 4 where you're starting up the game and you're thinking to yourself, how are they gonna beat like 3's intro and a nuke gets launched and you're climbing up the side of the fucking nuke, man, and you're like, holy shit. Might not have beat it, but it's up there, it's on par at least, do you know what I mean? Like, Saints Row 3 and 4 were brilliant. I loved them. My
problem with those games is like the Saints Row 3 and 4 is my same problem with Fallout 4. They're great games, but they're terrible Saints Row games. Like if you're an old school fan, you hate them. It's the same way,
that's true. I did play 1 and 2.
And it's like they're actually. I loved playing Saints Row the Flood. I completed it. I nearly 100%ed it, but it's not a good Saints Row game. You know what I mean? And so it's one of them where it's like, I can't love it. I can't bring myself to love it.
Trust, I'm finding out you've not played a lot of games.
I've played a lot of games. Just know a lot of the bands that everybody else has played.
What? You've played a lot of games of Civilization, yes?
It's only been really in the past couple of years when I've got my own PC, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, didn't have I've only first Civ I've ever owned is Civ 6. And it's fair enough I've put 1,800 hours into it, but that's not the point.
I think there's actually one of the things we need to speak about is Trust this week for the first time is playing Skyrim.
I'm playing Skyrim for the first time this week, Hold on.
And it has been. What have you found?
Yeah, I saw the first episode of that.
There's a website for time wasted in Destiny, isn't there? There it's there.
I love that. Time wasted in Destiny. It's the first time I've ever heard Trust say the words wasted in Destiny.
But it kind of is. Like, here's my stats for Destiny. I think that's Destiny 1. Oh, there's Destiny 1. 1,800 hours in Destiny 1. And then 1,300 hours in Destiny 2.
They should use this website to show, like, if you've been social isolating or not.
But look at this shit. Look.
You've only spent 4 hours on Destiny this week.
Deleted characters with 320 hours. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've spent a lot of time playing Destiny over the past few years, and I don't regret it at all. But the website happens to be called Wasted on Destiny. But that's a lot of time playing games, man. And that's why I didn't even get to play Skyrim and stuff, because I was playing other games, and then The Witcher came out, and I wanted to play that, and that interrupted my Skyrim, and I've never actually got round to it to know, but do you know what I mean? We all like what we like. Shut your hole, right? Play what I want. But talking about Civ 6, you've seen they're getting a new season pass. Civ 6 is getting a whole new DLC, man, and it's coming out as a season pass, which I don't know if I agree with. I'd much prefer another big DLC for Civ, but they're trying to make Civ more into a game you can turn on for 10-15 minutes, play a bit, and you're like, that doesn't make sense. That's not how Civ's supposed to work, man. Is there any user looking forward to any DLCs anything coming out for any games you're playing?
No, really. Like, I've been replaying Skyrim as well, so.
I noticed.
And on the 30th during the relay, I'm going to start playing Dead Space. So.
Yeah, I've never played those games actually.
The Dead Space games.
Dead Space, yeah.
Never played Dead Space.
I need to finish Dragon Age.
Never played Dead
Inquisition or whatever the third one's called. It's pretty good. The first two are pretty good. Well, the first one's really good. The second one's not so good. Third one was good so far, but never finished it.
Do I own Dragon Age?
Dragon Age is probably one I'll go back and play.
I think I own a Dragon Age, I just don't know it.
Yeah, the first one holds up. It's kind of old now, but it holds up pretty well.
Like I was talking about the fantasy genre, that did really interest me. And you know what I mean with fantasy genre? Like, it's set in the Earth's past, but there's magic and shit.
Yeah.
That never really interested me, right? Until Game of Thrones came out. Game of Thrones, like when Game of Thrones came out, up until season 5 or something, I was like, fuck off, I don't like fantasy. Never really enjoyed any fantasy. Watched Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was brilliant, right? Apart from the last season, obviously.
We didn't talk about it.
But that got me into fantasy, and that got me to that and The Witcher. That and The Witcher, Game of Thrones and The Witcher really introduced me to the fantasy genre, and I really enjoyed both of them. So it really opened up my mind to that fantasy genre, and that's why I'm picking up Skyrim, and it's why I didn't pick up Skyrim before. Do you know what I mean? It looks as if it's good, looks as if it's fun, but it's the fantasy genre. I'm going to play something else.
Also,
do you know what I mean?
But also, flying horses.
Flying horses, man. Honestly, I'm like fucking like 45 minutes into the game or something. I've only just walked on the first mountain, and there's this horse doom. It's just like that. There's a group of horses on the opposite side of the valley, and they just like that, wee, just flies. And then the next one's like that, wee, flies away. There's like 4 horses fly away.
Because it's a flying horse, or because the game's bugged?
It didn't have any wings. It was not supposed to be flying. It's not a Pegasus.
I think the best part about it though, right, is like we all know that Truss is a little bit of a stoner, just a wee bit.
Just a wee tiny
and
bit.
I don't know if you were stoned when you played your first playthrough, right? But when you saw these flying horses, he made the best sound I think I've ever made.
Is there a clip yet? Is there a clip of it?
Yes, there is. I'm going to find it because it's the best clip on the planet. I love it.
Yeah,
because
gotta find that clip because I've not actually seen my reaction to it. I can't remember my reaction to it.
Your reaction is amazing.
So answer the question.
I was too busy reacting. You don't think about your reaction while you're reacting, do you?
You do if you're a YouTuber. You need to overplay it. But hold on. Was it this channel or was it IndiScots you streamed it on?
I think it was my own channel the first time I streamed it. And then I streamed on IndiScots the second night.
Hold on, let me check.
But aye,
Clips.
Civ 6 is getting a big DLC. I know there's not a lot of people that play it, but I'll probably get it. I'll probably explore it and play a bit of it on the channel. So you probably see some more Civ 6 for me as well. There's so many games I want to play now.
Is it called the Frontier Pass?
The Frontier Pass, yeah. It's bringing a whole bunch of different leaders, a whole bunch of different game modes. It's releasing bi-monthly, so I think it's 7 whole DLCs. And if you buy them separately, it costs you 42 quid, but the season pass costs you 40 quid, so it's really up to yourself. Some of the ones don't interest me, so I think I'll be buying DLC by DLC, depending on the leaders that come with them. Because some nations are getting an alternate leader, and then some nations that aren't represented in Civ 6 are getting a new leader. But I want to see this reaction. Hold on a minute.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful reaction, man. Just let this load up quick. Come on, hurry up. What is that horse doing? What is that horse doing? Who's seen that? Who's seen that? What's happening with these horses? Where
Yeah, just that.
what? What's going on? Mate, what's happening with the horses? It's the bit at the start that I like. It's the bit where I'm just pure like. Who's seen that? Who's seen that? This bit. What's happening with these horses? Wait, what?
My favourite part is this bit, the bit you're like, oh,
what's going on? Mate, what's happening with the horses? What's going on?
what's going on? Like, I'm just like, sorry, right, trust.
Happening with the horses?
Play that again, but everyone close their eyes, right? And just picture Morty from Rick and Morty. It's
Right,
all I
hold
can
on.
hear.
Right, he's ready. Silencing, we'll play it again. Right. What is that horse doing? Who's seen that? Who's seen that? What's happening with these horses? What's going on? Mate, what's happening with the horses?
It's like if Rick and Morty done a Scottish episode.
It reminds me, my reaction there at the start reminds me, do you all remember that guy that was the guy that's stuck on the roof, the Scottish guy that's stuck on the roof, and his tradesman's saying,
Yeah.
just put your weight on the flagging and that, and he's got, where the fuck? That's pretty much that same reaction that I had to the flying horse, man. Fuck.
Some of the clips you get in Skyrim are just, they're just beautiful. Just straight beauty.
There's another one when I was playing Skyrim as well, man. I'm fighting this dragon, right? Fighting the dragon. I'm in the dragon's flames, trying to heal myself, and all of a sudden, my character does a 180, and this guy's locked me in conversation. And he's like, yo, if you see anybody looking for me, tell them they've not seen me. And I've got 3 like fucking choices in chat, and I'm like, there's a dragon! For fuck's sake.
There's one of you getting yeeted by a dragon.
Turns out we're just watching clips now. They are
This
funny.
is what happens. We plan a podcast. Do you think it ever happens? Fuck no.
100 episodes and we're still not got it right. We'll get there one day. Oh, aye, this is the dragon I thought I could beat. But as you can see, he's taking no damage. I mean, see when you go to this game, right, and you says my favourite thing's the ragdoll physics, I didn't realise what the ragdoll physics was until that moment. I was like, right, there's that level of ragdoll physics in the game. Okay. There's a few things that's done that to me. I've done that with a few giants, man. You just want to overcome them. You're like, yes, beat fuck out a big giant, man. Just sounds like a good idea. But I'm not strong enough.
Why is loading up the other one? You've been streaming lately, Matty.
Sorry?
You've been streaming lately. You've just been making TikToks.
Getting back into it, yeah. But it's just the situation we're moving in just now, you know. I want to try and get my microphone working and get an actual desk. Shit like. I might go back to streaming Fallout 3. I've not streamed Fallout 3 in like a year or two.
Fallout 3 is a good game. That is a good game. Enjoyed Fallout 3.
It's a really good streaming game. You know?
But the Bethesda games are.
Yeah.
Games are. Do you know what I mean? That's why people are enjoying watching Skyrim as well on my channel. Do you know what I mean? Because you can go where you want to go. I'm even thinking about putting a thing on my channel points for maybe like 1,000 channel points, like choose quest. Do you know what I mean? So as people can go, this is what I want to see right now. I want to see you do this quest line, ignore all other things. I think that might be a good idea
Is
on the
people
channel.
stop clicking the choose karaoke?
It's another reason so as people can
Somewhere they can burn their points.
somewhere they can burn their points other than the karaoke. Yeah, I know people enjoy the karaoke, but I don't want to overdo it. Do you know what I mean? But that's my plans on my channel. Stream Skyrim, get Civ, stream some Civ, pretty much. I've stopped streaming World of Warships because I just get major salty. I might make some YouTube videos with World of Warships when I get my editing software and that back, but I don't think I'm going to stream it anymore. I get too salty. I make too many mistakes and get punished too hard for it. But I think that's all we've got time for this week, isn't it? We're pretty much done.
We've got 4 minutes left.
4 whole minutes left.
My bladder's about to burst, honestly, so...
Sound, that is a good end point then. Sound, thank you very much to GLP Matty, and we'll let him go do his business. Thank you for joining us, dude. Pleasure as always.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Epic Doom is this side. Thank you for joining us again, Doom.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
And
It was
Viper,
fun.
thank you for joining us again, San. Thank you for co-hosting with me for almost 100 episodes. Viper's been here since episode 11, so we've been doing this a long time. We hope you enjoy the podcast. As you know, we like to fill up the 4 berths. Let us know in the Discord, !Discord, if you want to get on. A berth is it's another word, right? But aye, !Discord if you want to get on. In 4 weeks' time, it'll be episode 104, which we'll be doing a big episode for. We're going to plan some stuff for it because it'll be the 2-year anniversary. So thank you very much to everybody here for coming, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.
See you there.
We'll build this network on Scots with soul.
A lot of hot packs in there. I'm trying to like spell it everywhere.
Build this network on Scots with soul.
Aye, same here. Anyway, I need to go anyway because I need to go and